Hello everyone and welcome to a new IBMI sample video. You probably have some tables in your system that you want to have an usage history for and thus know who has touched each record and even who has deleted a record and when. For this, many of us create auxiliary tables which we maintain manually every time a program touches the main table and in which we store the basic data we want to store. This is all a bit tedious to do. But there is a type of tables in SQL called history tables that we can of course create in our IBMI. In this video I will show you an example of how to use them. Let's go. For this example we are going to create a table called people, where we are going to store person names. Let me open. This is the DDL source of the people table. As you see, the key field is auto-generated. Then we have a field for the first name, another for the last name, and then I have created some fields that are implicitly hidden. Let me now create the table and put a label on each column. Okay. Now I'm going to create the history table using create table and like this way. Create table. Let's use this name, people age, and this table is gonna be like the original table this way. Okay. Well, since I'm using a system, in this case AS400, where by default the tables are not journalized, then I'm going to add both tables to the journal that I have created in my schema. I'm doing it this way. Okay, and let me add the other table. Okay, and now let me label the tables. For example, people for example this way, 1 and 2. Now I'm going to tell the database engine that the table people is going to have a versioning used history table that is going to be people age, and I will need to store an extra row on delete. I do it this way. People and now let's see how it works. Let me first of all add some records to the table. One, two, three. For example, okay, let me run these statements. Okay, now if I see in my table we have these 3 records. Okay, as you know, if I do select asterisk, I will obtain the information only from the columns that are not hidden. If I want to obtain the information of columns that are implicitly hidden, I have to indicate it in the select this way. People ID, first name, last name, for example, TS ID, for example, this one, and how did it change? Oops. And this one. Okay, this way I can see all the columns that I indicate in the select. As you can see, I have here the people ID, the first and last name, that I have added timestamp ID, and I have these two columns that are the user and the field for the operation that has made that this record is in the table. In this case, it's an insert, and that's why there's an I. Okay. Well, let me see what is inside the table people age. In the same way, we can do this. And let's run this sentence. And as you can see, there's no rows inside this table. Okay, so there's no records stored when we add information to our table. Okay, so let's see what happens if we want to modify a record. Let me update. For example, let's change number 2. Okay, now the first table people has this information. If you can see, now we have here an U that means update. This means that this user has updated this record in this timestamp. Okay, but what was the information that we had before Anakin Skywalker here? Well, that is stored in people age. Let me see. And as you can see, before Anakin Skywalker, we had John Rambo. Okay, as you can see, it works great, and we don't have to do anything. The database does everything. Now let me delete a record. For example, let me delete this one. Where is equal to 2. If I run this statement and I see the main table, I don't have the record with the people ID number 2. And what's in my history table? Well, as you can see, the database has inserted automatically into the history table the last update information and the delete information. This is why I told the table to save an extra row in case of deletions. Okay? And what is this for? Well, imagine that someone has accidentally deleted a record. For example, the one we deleted. Using the history table, we can recover the data. How can we recover this data? Well, I can do it this way. Insert into the original table. And let's select from the history table. Equal to do. And if I have more than one record with this value in this column, I will recover ordering by the timestamp this way. Okay, so if I see what's now in my table, and as you can see, we have now the data in the table again. It's true that the key is not the same, but we have recovered the most important. I have one more thing to tell you, that is how to unlink the history table from the original table. For example, if you want to delete it if you need it. For that, we can do this. Dropping the versioning. Okay, this way I'm unlinking both tables. So now we can drop both tables. Okay, as you can see, this is a very simple way to store usage history of a table without the need for us to do anything. The database stores the information that we tell it, and if necessary, it is very easy to recover the information or check who or what has done each thing. I hope it has been useful to you and that you like it. Please remember to click like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you will receive notifications of new videos. Thanks for watching.